Welcome back to What's Going On, Seaville. I'm Lana Young, this is John M. We have the busiest man in the world on our set today, Brian Wimer. Hi, Brian.
I'm the busiest.
The busiest.
I feel like I'm a lifeguard today. I'm up on my lifeguard chair here.
Lifeguard is on my list.
There you go.
Award-winning filmmaker, director, copywriter, journalist, name generator.
Oh, yes.
Let's start there, because John needs
He
needs his name generated. So what would you do for John if he needed his name generated?
Well,
seriously,
there's a very distinct process involving chemicals, all sorts of other things to come up with these things. No, you take halves of other words and you add other words to them. Actually, we did one for Ivana. It was nutrition, or no, it was nourishment.
Nourishment. I love that.
Yeah, but I've worked for BMW and all these other people. You just take weird things. It's actually hard to name cars. All cars are named after birds and I don't know. It's just
birds and fish. No fish.
Yeah, there's some fish. There's all sorts of mythological stuff. Then you just make up stuff. Yeah, most of it you just make it up. But
you must be good at that.
Making stuff up.
Yeah.
That's a good job to have. Right. Make stuff up.
Do you watch Mad Men?
I've watched a couple of episodes. So.
Is that what it's like?
It was what it was like in the 50s. Actually, it was what got me into advertising, was this notion that you could be a womanizing drunkard and get paid for it. And I went into advertising. There was a recession, and they didn't do that anymore. And
you could still be a drunkard.
You could still be a drunkard.
So you pulled out of that major and went into something else.
Yeah, but the 3 martini lunches, all that stuff went away. And they, if you caught your pants down, then they promoted you to copywriter, so that's how it happened. Yeah.
Is that a big in the ad agency biz? Is that just a big collaboration all the time? Is that how does it work? What's the process?
Actually, it's not much of a collaboration. That's the problem. I mean, you have account people and you have creative people, and they hate each other. And then you have media people and all sorts of other people who do stuff. But the creatives kind of stay in their little holes, and they work together like an art director and a copywriter. But basically, people just kind of throw us scraps of meat occasionally, and then we give them some stuff. And then they try desperately not to let us interact with the client because clients always kill your stuff. And then you go, there was a guy, George Lois, who used to punch out clients. And he's kind of my hero. Yeah, but yeah, he was a...
But that's amazing, because the creative people are the people that make it happen. Well, I guess the account people think that they probably make it happen.
Well, they do. I mean, everybody does make it happen, but it is the creative people come up with the jingles and the weird stuff and the talking chihuahuas and all that jazz. And that was one of the things that we worked on was Taco Bell, talking chihuahua stuff. And actually, the year that we won some big ad week award or whatever, ad week, spot of the week, my partner got fired because he said something bad about the client. So it was just the client was like, "Okay, out with you," and then I was like, "That was the guy who created the ad. Go for it, man."
Just like that, right?
But
is there a lot of turnover, a lot of hiring and firing, and
then there's a lot of
egos?
Ulcer. I had an ulcer when I was 25 from working in advertising, and when you're up till 4 in the morning every night, after a while it kind of gets to you. But then you say, hey, let's go make movies instead. That'll be easier.
There you go.
Let's move to the country and make movies.
Yeah, because you were a bit of a traveler for a while, and then you landed in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
And so when did the transition happen? When did you start making movies?
Well, I was in New York. I was an associate creative director at what was ostensibly the largest ad agency on the planet, and working on huge accounts. We won a $40 million account, the U.S. Postal Service, for this agency. And I just decided, is this it? And so I quit. And I sold everything I had, and myself and my then girlfriend and then fiance and now wife, Ivana, went overseas for about 6 months to Asia. And I don't know, you just accumulate ideas, and we thought we were going to move there, but somehow we'd never fit in. We thought, we'll just blend right in.
And you two are both really tall.
Yeah.
That probably didn't help.
Yeah, so the movie making came, I went, and then I came back and I wrote for National Geographic based on those travels. And somehow the writing, the advertising, I have a background in drama, it all kind of dovetails to say, what are you doing with all this stuff? And you want to tell stories. and you want to tell your own stories. And luckily, I live in the digital age when you can have cameras and you can have mics and anybody can do it. So I was writing scripts, but then I said, well, why don't I shoot my own scripts? And I kind of got back into acting and got my own kit and kept adding to it and got my own editing studio.
Self-taught?
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, amazing. I wish I went to school for it, but you know, now seemingly we have our own university of Filmmakers Republic,
yes.
where the classes are come on set and learn it. So.
What a
That's
segue.
great.
What a segue.
Yeah, that is a great segue.
There you go.
Well,
We're moving right in.
You're so good at that. You're just such a doer. I mean, you just get an idea and it gets done. And I think that people like to collaborate with you because you get things done. And you have quite a following. I mean,
it's dangerous though, because like this, we're shooting this thing this weekend called Ghost Pine, which is a feature film. It's horror. It's Derby Dames. Roller Derby meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The tagline is sort of tough chicks in the sticks. But we had sort of a notion. We had some good momentum from Danger Zombies Run, which again was sort of a, let's go do something. And all of a sudden we're doing it. And it's like, oh my gosh, we have to do it. So we finish it and it, you know, comes out. It's been invited to about 10 festivals. It's won 2 awards. It's had a great premiere at the Paramount. It's sold out at the film festival, the Virginia Film Festival this year. And it's like, okay, what next? And then and I have the bad habit of opening my mouth and saying, well, how about this?
and then everyone's like, okay.
And all of a sudden enough people say, yeah, let's do it. And then I say, I guess we have to do it. And then I get to a stage like today where we're shooting in 2 days. We have 3 people writing the scripts. We have 3 directors, 3 crews. We have now a total of 100 people in cast and crew. And we just scouted yesterday, and I'm just like, oh my God, we're doing this weekend and next weekend. But then it'll be done. It's kind of amazing. That's the film process where you do all this work, and then you have the content. And then you go, we have a feature film. We have what they make in Hollywood. And hopefully it's going to be just as good as that.
Well, you're getting quite the reputation for doing those quick turnaround movies. That's what's so great is, you know, Danger Zombies 1, we filmed in 2 days. Well,
right. You
were working on it forever after that, but...
Yeah, but that's how it works. I mean, if I was to say to you guys, you know, hey, can you commit to me 2 months and we're going to pay you next to nothing and, you know, it's just nobody can really commit to that. Everybody's got all sorts of other things. So for me to say, let's shoot it quick, I'll find your role and your role will only need a half a day or something, then you guys would say, well, I can give a half a day.
Absolutely.
So it works that way from the talent through the crew, whatever. Oh, you shoot on a red camera. Can I borrow you for half a day? Sure, come on. But then we have to rotate all those people through. Who's shooting Saturday afternoon, and who's shooting Saturday night, and who's shooting Sunday, and how about Monday, and how about next week? So you have this rotating thing that comes through, but it's good because everybody gets to work together.
Yeah.
So that when you guys have a project and say, I want to do something, you've already met all these sound people and makeup people and actors and all the crew that makes it happen, as well as, I mean, what I'm finding, once you have a movie, what do you do with it? It's sort of like, if you can't do anything with it, you might as well have not shot it. So it's getting web people and graphic design people like Matt Thomas, who did our Danger Zombies Run poster, which I think is better than the whole movie.
Yeah.
And he, you know, but they make it coalesce and they make it all come together. And I love your flowers, by the way.
Randy's flowers?
There you go.
Randy's flowers and Culpeper, folks.
There
Randy.
you go.
Even Brian likes them.
Right here.
Boom.
We need more flowers. We need like a whole jungle in here.
Vines.
I'm gonna work on this. You know.
Yeah, will you get on that?
A little throw rug. You know.
Hookah,
Can I have like
hookah pipe?
little blankets on our knees to keep us warm?
Little
Maybe like a chimenea in the middle. You know.
Is he hired, Adam?
There you go.
Yeah, he's hired.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that you've been doing has been horror, zombies specifically.
Yeah.
Pyrometheus.
Pyrometheus was where we want to go. I mean, the horror stuff, the reality is that if I went and wrote my coming-of-age drama, no distributor would pick it up, whatever. I don't have stars in it, I don't have budget, I don't have whatever. Horror, though, you can go direct to video. You can go and kind of evade all the usual pathways and get a distributor and do something with it. Pyrometheus happened because we had an angel grant. Somebody came in and gave us $5,000 and said, go make your movie.
Oh, wow.
And $5,000, somebody say, well, you can't make a movie on $5,000.
You
well,
can.
We did. And we shot it. It's beautiful. It's shot on these great Canon cameras. Again, we had a lot of different people coming in and helping us on it. It was shot with the fire troupe. And I don't know, it was enough imagination. Okay, it's about Prometheus. And it involves a fire troop, but then somehow it's about a, stove that falls to earth, and somebody crawls out of it and creates people, and there are fire-breathing dragons. And
it's really beautiful. I saw the trailer, or what we've put up so far. It's really visually appealing, and we both kind of worked on that a little bit with you, didn't we? Yeah.
No,
maybe we can get a clip of that.
You're great. Yeah, smoke bombs, and there's Hitler walking.
John plays Hitler.
Yeah, where does Hitler fit in?
With a bevy of Hitler beauty, Hitler babes.
Exactly, with the Wendy O. Williams
Brian Wimer special.
Yeah.
I love that. So do you think, I mean, obviously you've been able to sort of parlay your advertising background into your movie making package, I suppose. Do you find that you have an upper hand to most people, or do you find that it's a curse because you know what you can be doing and finding the time to do it all?
No, it only makes it work. I mean, it's like the Zombie 5K that we were in. I mean, that's marketing. That's to say, okay, how are we going to promote this? Let's do something kind of bananas. And I was schooled in guerrilla marketing. So that's to say, you don't have any ad budget to go, buy a whole page. Let's go do a 5K. And actually, it sort of worked the opposite way. We actually raised money with our promotional campaign, and we get to give money to the Filmmakers Republic, and we're giving $1,500 to the School Food Initiative.
Fantastic. That's wonderful.
So
really, really quick, because we only got about this much time left.
Okay.
Actually, this much.
Filmmakers Republic. Tell us about it a bit.
It's whoever wants to work in film, has worked in film. Right now we have 200 members. We're based through Facebook, Filmmakers Republic, K.
With a K, not a C.
With a K, not a C. You just go on. We meet the third Thursday of every month, and people pitch things. They contribute to each other's projects. And it's also a place where when people have paying gigs, we put them up and say, okay, all that stuff that you helped out with, now's when you get payback. So it's hopefully going to create, another 10 movies in the next 2 years.
I think it's exciting. I'm so excited. And I wish we could sit here and talk to you all night. We'll just have to have you back.
Oh, my goodness.
So just tell our viewers where they can reach you if they need. Are you still doing advertising and
Yes.
I mean, you're too good to stop, really.
Yeah, I do have a second life as a copywriter still.
Website?
My website is, you can go to brianwimer.com. You can go to amoebafilms.tv. I would just encourage, which camera am I looking at? That one. Okay. Go to Filmmakers Republic with a K on Facebook and join. That's the most important thing right now. I get plenty of money through other sources, but making movies right now, that's what we want to do.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Brian. Thank you so
Brian,
much for tuning
thank
in.
you.
And sorry, John, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm always doing that. Stay tuned. We have Scuffletown up next as our band of the week, and they're very exciting, so stay tuned. Thanks, Brian.